Hi, my name's Nick and I did the channel's filmmaking workshop. Well, I've done stop motion. Stop motion is very time consuming and I wanted to give live action a go, but I never really had I had the materials, but I didn't have the knowledge or how to do it, and I didn't really have the technology either. I really wanted to try something different. I wanted to learn ultimately how to make a live action movie. So when most people think of a live action movie, you would think just one angle for each scene and just adding a few effects in there. But what I learned from the course is that you've got to take multiple angles. And if you look at a movie or a show and you just focus on how many times they change the angle in each scene, you'll see that there's basically 1 million times they've changed the angle. Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, I'm the same too.
I love a good French toast. I think a good story is a story that's not overcomplicated, but a story that's not too simple. It's got simple aspects to it, but also a depth that if you look beyond those simple or lighter aspects, that you can see a deeper story within the story. That to me is a really good story. Doing things like time-lapsing each of the different actions that I did in my movie, which you'll see. I also thought of producing it in a way to try and put the characters and make them good even though they'd done something bad by accident, still making you like them even though they were very clumsy in the mistake they've made. If you give me some time, I can get you the money.
You're lucky, it's my lunchtime. But if you haven't got the money by the time I'm done, your mum goes to jail.
How long will that be?
An hour.
Okay. I'm singing 'cause I need the money and I'm really quite desperate. I found the post-production a lot more time-consuming than I'd originally thought. Well, I guess that's for almost every movie that you do. Everything takes more, because you think, oh, it'll take 5 minutes, and it's more like 5 hours. I had lots of shots, so it was really hard finding just the right ones, and cutting down on your movie, I think that was very hard as well, because you want to include this to add it in, but you just don't have the time. Through filmmaking, you can actually create an idea or an imaginative movie into something real, and that's really lovely, just seeing your dream turn into a reality. I found it was very fun directing the other actors because for the first time in forever, I was actually in command of my family in a way, because I was like, no, you need to do this, not that, which I never get the option of doing at home. Alas, my friend, I knew you well. What has become of you now? By yourself, the only real information that you could get from the internet, and that's not too reliable, but when you have real filmmakers like around you, it's much easier and you feel a lot more confident that you're going to get a correct answer when you ask questions to them. What the live action has brought to me is an idea of what I could also bring to my stop motion, because for most of my stop motion I was just doing it from one angle, and then I found from the live action, if you want to make your stop motions more realistic, you can make the camera angles that you've learnt from the live action just the same. Well, I see myself as an actor in the future, but I will definitely take these skills and they will be very valuable to my experience, being able to know that not every take's going to be perfect. I felt proud because it was definitely hard work getting there, and so when we finally got home and watched it, it was just like, finally, after all this work, I have a finished piece and effort to show for my hard work. It may not have been what I really expected, but it was still something that I was very proud of and happy to show everyone when they came around to my place. I believe it is important for young people to be creative because we need to be creative and able to find out what we really want to do and what we want to be. And with creativity, anything is possible.